Cracking right on with the Tomb of Terror, mission 3 of episode 3 of Quake, which takes place mostly indoors, under the guise with lots of places of lava traps and so on. Return of the Death Knight, which I don't think we'd seen for a few levels up to this point. There's only 2 secrets in this level, both of them incredibly useful. But it is quite a short one. I think all in all the video for this is what, maybe under 4 minutes. So after that little run, especially of levels like the Dismal Oubliette, where you're doing 10 minutes plus, you find in as many secrets as possible. This one's a nice kind of. I didn't have a lot of trouble recording it. Let's put it that way. It wasn't one of these ones like the previous level where you're trying 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 10 times to get it nailed. But a reasonable one, a calm one after the last level certainly. There's a secret down in the water below there, which comes in great handy when I get almost mauled to death by this Death Knight here. How I managed to escape with 4 health. Just complete luck more than anything. Those Death Knights really can rip you up fast. The projectiles they shoot at you aren't too much of a concern. It's more or less like a plasma shotgun of some kind. But when they get up close with their sword, if you've got no armor, they'll really tear your health down fast. But picking up that red armor booster here means that I'm pretty much covered. I forget. Is this the point where I forget? No, I thought I'd heard an ogre from below me, but turns out I was just imagining things. Throw out a couple of grenades for the Death Knight to spawn on top of. Makes his day, quite a well-adjusted one. Almost instantly kills him from him coming there. This central section with the crossroad of platforms, if you will. Bit of a headache because a lot of monsters spawn in when you hit certain switches. You'll see a Death Knight coming behind me along with a couple of zombies once I've ran onto that centre pillar section. The spiked areas here, which you have to run under to activate these switches, they're quite deadly. It doesn't look like they'll kill you easily, but if you linger about just half a second too long, as soon as that spike touches the top of your head, you're a goner. Again, shouldn't really be using grenade launchers against Scrags. It's far more useful to really use a chain gun more than anything else, just because of the speed of the projectile. Fiend isn't even a bother when we know he's coming, because we can start firing grenades before he's even there. Bit too much ammo to take apart these zombies, but we're not going to complain about that far too much. Right back to the starting area through this portal before killing the freshly spawned ogres and Death Knight. Before jumping up to... the secret area is just after this, but another Death Knight waits for us at the bottom of this small incline. So we'll pick up the silver key. Instantly there'll be a fiend through the door, so fire at him while backing off to pick up the armor. I don't even get the armor first. That's how hardcore I play Quake. Yeah, right, anyway. Not many enemies to kill out at this stage, just a few floating Scrags. There's quite a lot of ogres down at the bottom there, but they don't really have a direct line of fire towards you, so they're just kind of throwing grenades more in hope than anticipation. So once those guys are cleaned up, that'll be the end of the level. See what I mean? They're walled off just at the end of this corridor here, although one gets a surprisingly clean shot that the edge of the explosive radius must have just caught me. Ogres at this point are more or less mincemeat. Any weapon but the super shotgun, which takes 4 clean shots on Harder Nightmare, will take them down without too much concern. Again, very last section of the level here, down to the last 20 seconds or so it's just a case of mopping up these last few annoying Scrags before jumping through the exit gateway. And one silly ogre that thinks it's a good idea to fling a grenade in my pus 5 yards out. In for an armor pickup, and that'll be the end of the level. So catch you next time.